Positive thinking isn't just a fleeting emotion or an abstract idea. It's a powerful force that shapes the way we view the world, the way we interact with challenges, and most importantly, the way we move toward our goals. Imagine waking up every day with a mind that sees opportunities where others see obstacles. That's the essence of positive thinking. It's the ability to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions in a way that drives you forward, even in the face of adversity. But how do we cultivate this mindset? How do we ensure our thoughts empower us rather than hold us back? That's where the teachings of Buddhism offer profound guidance. Buddhism isn't just a religion, it's a philosophy of life rooted in principles that have stood the test of time. These teachings provide practical, timeless techniques to transform the way we think and ultimately how we achieve our goals. In this video, we'll explore 7 powerful Buddhist techniques designed to unlock the full potential of positive thinking. These aren't abstract concepts. They're actionable steps you can take today to rewire your mind, eliminate negativity, and focus on what truly matters. Whether you're aiming for personal growth, professional success, or inner peace, these techniques can serve as a guiding light. So let's embark on this transformative journey together. Lesson 1. Shift your perspective. Does life throw challenges at us? Boom! You set your goals, you make your plans, and then things start to fall apart and suddenly it's something else altogether. What if I were to tell you these are not roadblocks? What if they aren't stepping stones but stepping stones? In Buddhism, there's a powerful teaching that says it's not your suffering who is your enemy, it's a teacher. Well, think about that for a second. Our very struggles could actually be the ones that make us stronger, wiser, and more equipped to handle the randomness of that life. All comes down to your perspective of your situation. When a problem occurs, the automatic response is to think, why is this happening to me? Suppose you changed your thought to that. Rather than considering the problem as an issue, try to ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? This mindset shift will change everything. All of a sudden, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity for growth. Suppose you are climbing a mountain. Both every rock, every steep incline, and every storm you must endure on your way up are tests. They could be seen as causes to give up, or they could be seen as what makes the climb worthwhile. The benefits of the challenge are that without them, you wouldn't have had the triumph at the top. The way of life that Buddhism teaches us is that life works this way. Mindful reframing is a way that you can train yourself to start shifting your perspective. When something goes wrong, pause for a moment, take a deep breath. Consciously look for the silver lining then. Very few people fail at everything, and I have failed at something. Instead of wandering into a black hole of negative thoughts, ask yourself, what did I learn from, and how can I improve? So many challenges had to be faced by Buddha himself. He gave up his royal life and lived years of hardship and shunned moments of extreme doubt. Each of those experiences, however, taught him something invaluable, eventually leading to enlightenment. His journey wasn't easy, but of what he gleaned from that journey, it was meaningful. As you begin to view challenges as opportunities, you begin to become a resilient individual. You relax your hold on fear of failure and open yourself to growth. The best part, it's contagious, and here's why. After you've started to think this way, you'll find positivity will come pouring into every aspect of your life. You won't fall anymore, they'll build you. So the next time life throws a curveball at you, remember, it's completely up to you how you choose to view it, or you can let it destroy you, or let it change you. When you change perspective, you'll be surprised how the world changes with you. Lesson 2. The practice of mindful speech. Have you ever reflected on the words you speak every day? Not only what you say out loud, but also what you whisper to yourself in your mind. We don't realize just how powerful words are. They bring into image how we envision ourselves, in the way we have chosen to express ourselves, how the process goes in order to achieve goals, and how other people will perceive us. In Buddhism, there's a principle of right speech that advises us to use our words consciously, kindly, and with intention. That is not just about being polite or not using harsh language. It's deeper than that. What right speech is about is recognizing how remarkable the power of words is in our mind and around us. Think about it. When you tell yourself, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," you're sowing seeds of doubt into your mind every single time. Whatever seeds you plant will grow just like a garden. Now let's flip that around. What if you could talk to yourself, encouraging yourself on the way, instead of, "This is too hard," you say, "I'll figure it out." "You're not smart enough." Instead of, "I'm not smart enough, I can learn." Even these tiny words can change your mindset with time. This doesn't mean you are ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about choosing to position yourself and your thoughts and words in such a way that allows you to feel empowered. When you speak what you are in your values and goals, you build a solid foundation of self-belief that nothing can shake. Let's link this into your goals. Have you ever considered the amount of times we sabotage our dreams by the very way we talk about them? "You cannot. I shall never get there. People like me do not succeed." These are invisible chains that keep you from moving until you even start from the very first step. Instead, when you realize you're breaking those chains by simply being conscious and changing your language, like "I'm working toward it," "I'm getting better by the day," you can do it. Right speech doesn't just involve what you say to other people, it's also what you say to yourself. Celebrating the possibility of your goal is not wishful thinking. It is an act of putting your mind in the right place, and it's a way of telling yourself, "I'm capable, I'm going." Here's a simple practice to try. For example, every morning say one positive thing about yourself or your goals out loud. It may feel awkward for a minute, but stay with it. Something like this would work. "I'm learning to grow," or even "I have what it takes to succeed." As time goes by, you come to believe these sentences. That voice within, however, becomes part of your inner voice. The voice that channels your efforts when challenged, tells you what matters, helps you through. Again, words are a mirror. How you see yourself and the world is represented in your reflection, and your reflection in how you see yourself and the world. Saying things positively will start to make you see things positively. Mindful speech isn't simply about talking, it's about making a reality that feels like your goals are attainable and that your journey has purpose. Lesson 3. Focus on the present moment. We often find ourselves trapped in two places that don't really exist, the past and the future. We're replaying old mistakes, wishing we'd done things differently. Next, we're anticipating what's next, anticipating scenarios that may never occur, but where does that leave us? Stuck. While we're in a cycle of regret and anxiety, the only moment we really have is slipping away unnoticed. Buddhism offers a profound remedy for this struggle: mindfulness. It's the art of grounding yourself in the right now, of feeling each and every second that comes. By focusing on the present, you release the burden of yesterday and the anxiety of tomorrow from your mind. This is where positivity starts to come through. Think of it this way, but when you're looking back all the time, your mind starts to fill up with doubts. What if I hadn't made that mistake? Why didn't I try harder? They take your energy drain and they take your confidence. Instead, worrying about the future, "I might fail," or "I am not good enough," can be quite fearful. All together, working together, these doubts and fears create a mental prison of fear where you do not accomplish your goals. Being present gets you out of that prison. In practice, when you dwell on what you can do right now, you are thinking and acting deliberately, and your energy begins to become in alignment with your purpose. The power of the present moment is this: it keeps you grounded, productive, and open to possibilities. I am a big fan of using mindfulness meditation as one of the best ways to cultivate present moment awareness. And here's the good news: it's incredibly simple. Close your eyes and find a quiet spot to sit. Breathe in and feel that sensation of the air going into your lungs. Let your lungs empty and release it. And it will, though you don't have to force it. If your mind starts to wander, gently guide it back to your breath. It's like training a muscle. First, your mind will fight back, pulling you right into bad memories or future concerns. However, the ability to stay present does strengthen with time, with mindfulness. You'll begin to notice things like a bird chirping, the warmth of the sun, and the way your body feels at ease. And these small moments of awareness create a very strong foundation for positivity. It doesn't mean you're not present, because you're not ignoring what's happening right now, or because you're not planning for the future. You mean you don't allow them to control you. The future holds opportunities. The past holds lessons. But in what are you focusing on right now? When you choose to let go of things you don't need to focus on in the present moment, you free yourself from too much. You get in control. You gain peace and clarity in your life. So with clarity comes positivity, which makes you positive and pushes you forward, fueled with purpose. If that's the case, take a deep breath. Let go of that which you cannot change and simply trust that your presence in this moment is enough. Embracing the now lets you tap a strength in yourself. Nothing can rattle. Welcome to the first step of your journey, one mindful step with the other. Lesson 4. The power of visualization. Picture this. Well, you've done your biggest goal. You may feel joy and pride, perhaps even a sense of accomplishment. It feels like you see yourself standing right here in that moment of your success, so fulfilled. But listen to this. The act of visualizing your success is nothing more than a feel-good exercise. But listen to this. I call this a powerful mental tool that can lead you on the way to actualizing that vision. This is the crux of visualization and harmonizes wonderfully with Buddhist meditative practice. Meditation is not simply about resitting or clearing your mind in Buddhism. It is about directing your mind with a purpose. Visualization operates on the same principle. Instead of doing breath work or a mantra, you have a rich, vivid image in the mind about the life you want to live. Intentional practice activates the tremendous potential of your mind to have your thoughts and do things in a way that furthers your goals. Why visualization is so effective is because it uses your brain. There are studies that show that if you spend some time imagining yourself performing an action, your brain will fire in much the same way it does when you're actually performing the action. What this means is that every time you visualize success, you are mentally rehearsing for the real thing. On the eve of the performance, your brain is getting you ready for knocking down challenges, staying cognitively sharp, and performing with aplomb. Imagine a lousy situation that you're facing in your life, an important exam, a presentation, or a personal one like going for that race. What was your mindset having to do with your success? Visualization trains that mindset. If you can see yourself succeed, if you can feel your achievement in your head, then you begin to learn that you can do it. That's a game changer. Visualization is a closely linked principle to Buddhist teachings that often hint at the power of intention. It's like planting a seed in the soil of your mind and setting a clear intention of what you want, is it? Whenever you visualize, you water that seed with focus and determination. The stronger that seed gets, the stronger it grows until it becomes action and results. Engaging all your senses with visualization is important to make visualization effective. Picture yourself getting your goal without your eyes open. Picture it as best as you can. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Put yourself in the moment. The more real and detailed your vision seems, the deeper your mind will connect to your vision. This practice over time rewires your thinking, replacing doubts and fears with confidence and motivation. Visualization isn't about having a dream of what you want to be and having things appear magically. It's ingrained mentally. You have to mentally prepare yourself to succeed. It helps you focus your thoughts, emotions, and energy on your goal in one direction to have clarity and a reason for what you need to do. It becomes a powerful force to bring you nearer to the life that you dream about when paired with action. That means take a moment each day and close your eyes and step into your future. It's a chance for you to see yourself thriving, achieving, and living a life you want. Use that image as your inspiration, your actions, and your potential. Visualization is not only about imagining success, it's about building a mental framework to achieve that. Lesson 5. Choose what you want to surround yourself with. Mindset is directly affected by your environment. Whoever you're around determines whether or not you're uplifted or merely depressing. This concept isn't new. It is the Buddhist teaching of Sangha, the importance of community, a Sangha, or a group of people that help each other grow and become more wholesome. The company you keep is an important reminder that no matter how strong or determined you are, you can't escape the company you happen to associate yourself with. Ponder who is in your life. Are they helping you become better, or are they seeding doubt and fear? Your energy is contagious. You can sense the energy of those around you. If you are with people who believe in possibilities, who believe there is hope for everything, then their mindset starts to contaminate you as well. Their words, actions, and perspective have inspired you not just to rise, but to rise above, to make challenges your target, and to be at your strongest when things get tough. At the same time, there can be just as powerful negative influences, but in different directions. Constant criticism, complaining, and focusing on what's wrong in life can force you to run out of energy and allow reinforcement of self-doubt. Sometimes this kind of influence is hard to distance yourself from, especially when they're nearby, but it is critical to protect your mental space and grow positivity. The Buddhist concept of Sangha reminds us that we are intentional about who we associate with. It doesn't mean you need a big bunch of people to surround yourself with. A few people who support you, challenge you to be better, and congratulate you on what you're doing a good to. They are the ones who always put a smile on your face because something reminded you of your potential, or the ones who are there when you forget, or the path is not easy. First, determine people in your life that make you want to be your best self, or even inspire you in some way. Spend more time with them, talk to them, meet them, learn their views on things, and tell them where you are going. Your positive relationships are fuel for your trip, the energy to keep you going. However, also spend some time examining the folks out there influencing you. As such, it's not only about people, but also about what you read, watch, and listen to. Is the content you're consuming uplifting your spirit and pushing you forward, or is it bringing you down with negativity? What you allow into your mental space is what will dictate your thoughts and attitude. Don't worry if you can't find positive influences in your current circle. This is a chance to increase the size of your Sangha. Find groups or communities that resonate with you, your goals, and your values. Find spaces where you can connect with people who have similar aspirations, whether it's a class, a hobby group, or an online forum. They can allow you that encouragement and accountability you need to stay on track. Don't forget that building a positive environment is a never-ending process. What it's about is creating a space where positivity reigns, curating a place where your goals actually feel supported, and you're not alone on some of the journey. You will find it getting easier and easier to build your Sangha as you go, and the more you surround yourself with positive influences and people, the more your mindset is getting more resilient, your energy is getting more focused, and your path is getting clearer. At the end of the day, the people that you hang around with mold you into the person that you are. When you curate your circle wisely, you can see firsthand how your life starts to change when you're surrounded by those who uplift and inspire you. Lesson 6. Cultivate joy in small wins. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to forget about the small victories that occur along the way. We're so bogged down in the end goal that we forget to stop and pat ourselves on the back for the progress we've made. But here's the truth. Every small win, even if it feels minuscule, gets you a step closer to where you're going. Throughout Buddhism, we're taught to be grateful and happy for everything in our lives, not just for the big things, but even for the smallest things. Buddhist teachings recognize that if we recognize the beauty of the present and the journey itself, we are less concerned about reaching our destination. The practice of gratitude can be utilized in everything else concerning our lives and naturally in our goals. Small actions are still actions. They still move you forward every time, regardless of whether you are writing a page of your book or finishing a task or simply staying consistent. These moments are worth marking. It's important to grow joy in these small wins because it changes your mindset. Looking back on what you did and how far you came will definitely keep the motivation cycle going strong. It's like giving seeds of joy and gratitude in your head, and those seeds grow into stronger feelings of your ability to succeed. So, if you catch yourself celebrating these small moments over and over, you learn to feel good about where you are instead of falling short or chasing something unattainable. The original idea behind it has something to do with Buddhist satisfaction with what is. In Buddhism, rather than always chasing after more, we learn to find peace in the present moment. No matter how small, every little victory is an opportunity to pause, celebrate, and feel grateful. By honoring these moments consistently, you start to train your mind to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. The important thing is to make this a natural part of your daily life. Begin by appreciating your progress every day. Instead of waiting for a big win, pay attention to the small victories that happen throughout your day. Did you complete a task from your to-do list or say no to something you usually gave into too quickly? Celebrate that. Decide to be kind to yourself, say something encouraging, or simply take a moment to feel proud of what you've accomplished. Remember, joy isn't just reserved for the finish line. It's right here, waiting for you in the small steps, daily efforts, and tiny victories. The more you embrace joy in these moments, the more you'll realize that your journey is becoming richer and more rewarding. Gratitude for each step not only brings you closer to your goal, but also helps you enjoy the path you're walking. When you practice gratitude for the little wins, you'll find your energy remains high, your motivation stays strong, and your confidence keeps growing. Each small success is proof that you're capable, that progress is happening, and that every part of the journey is worth celebrating. Don't wait for the big milestones. Look for joy in the very next step, and that joy will transform your entire journey. Lesson 7. Learn to embrace detachment. Letting go of what you cannot control is one of the most freeing lessons life offers. At the heart of this wisdom lies detachment, a powerful principle rooted deeply in Buddhist teachings. Rather than obsessing over specific outcomes, detachment invites you to focus on the process, to show up fully, with intention and presence, while releasing the need to force results. At first, this may feel counterintuitive. We're often taught to grip tightly to our goals, to chase outcomes as if our worth depends on them. But true detachment is not about giving up on your dreams. It's about pursuing them with clarity, balance, and peace. When you cling to a specific result, your happiness becomes conditional. If things don't go as expected, anxiety and frustration begin to take over. You become entangled in a cycle of stress, self-doubt, and disappointment. But through the lens of detachment, you can give your best effort without being consumed by fear of failure or the need for control. You stop measuring your worth by your outcomes and instead begin to trust in the journey itself. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is this: suffering arises not from what happens, but from our attachment to how we believe things should be, whether it's people, possessions, or expectations. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It doesn't mean you stop caring. Rather, it means you stop clinging. You begin to understand that life is constantly changing, and you cannot control every wave that comes. And once you truly accept this, a quiet freedom arises. You're no longer trapped by the belief that life must unfold in a certain way in order for it to be meaningful. You're free to be present, to grow, to love, and to let life be exactly what it is, without resistance. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you lose passion for your goals or stop striving for growth. What it means is that you learn to release your grip on the outcome. You stop being consumed by the what-ifs, the worries, and the imagined futures that haven't arrived yet. Instead, you bring your attention back to this moment, to the process, to the effort you're putting in today. This shift is powerful. When you let go of the need for a specific outcome, something beautiful happens. You become more open, more adaptable, resilient, and present. You start noticing opportunities you may have overlooked. You begin to enjoy the journey rather than fear its destination. Take, for example, the pursuit of a promotion at work. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring about doing well or striving for success. It simply means you commit fully to the process, showing up, improving your skills, and giving your best, without allowing the outcome to define your self-worth. When you live this way, you reduce stress, not by lowering your standards, but by freeing yourself from the anxiety of control. You stay positive, focused, and steady, even when the path ahead is uncertain. That's the true power of detachment. It allows you to reclaim your energy from what you can't control and reinvest it into what you can: your mindset, your actions, and your attitude. Because the truth is, you can't always predict the outcome, but you can always choose your response. You can always offer your best effort with clarity and presence. And when you do that, growth and peace naturally follow. Mindfulness meditation is one of the simplest ways to cultivate this practice. Each day, take a few moments to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and bring your awareness to the present. Notice when your mind drifts to outcomes or worries, and gently return to the rhythm of your breath. In that small act, you begin to train your mind to let go and trust. When thoughts about outcomes or what-ifs arise, notice them, then gently let them go. This simple practice helps train your mind to release expectations and stay rooted in the present. By embracing detachment, your journey begins to feel lighter. There's more space for joy, more room to breathe. Stress starts to fade, replaced by a calm focus that helps you keep moving forward, steadily and peacefully. You begin to see setbacks not as failures, but as lessons. You realize that happiness isn't something that depends on outside events. It's something you can create within yourself. Detachment gives you the power to give your best without carrying the weight of results. It's not about abandoning your goals. It's about letting go of the fear, pressure, and tension that often come with them. When you master this balance, something shifts. Positivity becomes your quiet companion, and your journey becomes just as meaningful as the destination. Positive thinking isn't just something you switch on in the morning. It's a way of living, a mindset that gently guides you closer to the life you want to create and the person you're becoming. Throughout this video, we've explored powerful Buddhist insights that can help you unlock the quiet strength of positive thinking, one breath, one moment, one step at a time. But no matter what stage of life you're in or how stuck you might feel, this path offers helpful steps toward a more fulfilling, focused, and free life. It begins by shifting your perspective and practicing mindful speech, visualizing success, nurturing joy, and embracing detachment. But here's the truth: knowledge alone isn't enough. Things begin to change when you take action. You don't have to make a big leap. Just start small. Choose one thing that resonated with you today and make it part of your daily routine. Stick with it until it becomes a habit. Real change doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, step by step, guiding you toward the life you want. The power of positivity isn't something you have to search for. It already lives within you. These teachings are simply tools to help you uncover, grow, and trust that inner strength. The path ahead may not always be easy, but each time you show up with intention, you're reshaping your mindset, deepening your awareness, and unlocking the incredible power that's always been yours. So I encourage you to take the first step, right now. Take a moment to pause and reflect on what you've heard today. Ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do differently, starting today? Write it down. Make a commitment. Begin now. Your future self will thank you for it. As you move forward on your path, keep this in mind. Positivity doesn't mean avoiding life's challenges. It means meeting them with courage, with hope, and with the deep belief that you already have what it takes to overcome them. With the practices you've learned today and a calm, focused mindset, no dream is too distant, no obstacle too great. If this message touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. Stay connected for more content that uplifts, empowers, and walks with you on this journey of growth. Let's keep walking this path, step by step, as we awaken the strength, peace, and purpose that have always been within you.